Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Demon Slayer 33. I'm here with some more NASA news. This is titled 62 New Moons Found for Saturn. Jupiter is the king, Earth is teeming with life, Venus is a weird spacecraft crushing hellhole, and now Saturn has the most moons. Again, Jupiter sat atop the podium as the planet with the most moons for a while. But with the discovery of 62 more moons, Saturn has surpassed Jupiter as the planet with the most natural satellites and reclaimed the top spot. The new moons give Saturn a total of 150, besting Jupiter by 50. The pair are in a back and forth battle for most moons. Jupiter's have 95 right now. Astronomers announced 12 new ones in February, but astronomers are getting better at spotting small, irregular moons, and Jupiter's total could grow again. While Saturn is now the only planet with more than 100 moons, that could change. An international team of scientists found the moons. Ezra Ashton, a postdoc at Taiwan Academic Senior Institution of Astronomy and Astrophysics, led the research. They published their results in a couple of months. The work featured a new method of searching for moons that had been used for Neptune and Uranus, but up until now, not for Saturn. Tracking the moons makes me recall playing the kids game, dot to dot, because we have to connect the various appearances of the moons in our data with a variable orbit, explained Edward Ashton. But with about 100 different games on the same page, and you don't know which dot belongs to which puzzle. The researchers used a technique called shift and stack to find the moons. It senses smaller, fainter moons by shifting a set of sequential images at the rate that the moon is moving across the sky. Then data is combined by stacking the images, which enhances the moon signals. Ashton and his colleagues used observational data from the Canada-France Variety Telescope on Mauna Kea. They took sequential images during 3-hour spans between 2019 and 2021 and detected moons as small as 2.5 kilometers, 1.5 miles. The International Astronomical Union (IAU) is careful about recognizing new moons. A single observation doesn't meet the threshold, as that could simply indicate an asteroid passing by. Instead, an object has to be tracked over time before the IAU will recognize it as a moon. Some of the new moons are observed in the past, but not enough to be confirmed. The 62 new moons are all irregular moons. Their orbits are irregular, meaning they distant and incline and often eccentric or retrograde. Astronomers think that these capture objects that Saturn pulled in a gravitation grip long ago. Moons tend to find themselves in coordinated orbital groups based on orbit tilt. Saturn had 3 of these groups of moons, the NU, the Galilee, and the North, with the North group being the largest. All of the new moons belong to one of the groups. Our NU is INUIT, the Gallic is GALLIC, and the North is the NORSE. Astronomers think that many of Saturn's moon groups are the results of collisions between moons that were originally captured. I told y'all the original moons, the original planets were captured, and the fake ones are out. Okay, you're about to get blown up soon. By finding more of the gas giants' moons, no, they do not do any magic no more. The original ones are. Scientists hopes to piece together the history of the collisions. Dr. Brett Gladman, one of the researchers responsible for finding the moons, is a professor in astronomy and astrophysics at the University of British Columbia. As one pushes to the limit of modern telescopes, we are finding increasing evidence that a moderate-sized moon orbiting backwards around Saturn was blown apart something like 100 million years ago, Gladman said in a press release. Gladman, Ashton, and co-researcher Matthew Benning published a paper in 2021 presenting evidence of that collision. In their work, they estimated that Saturn had 150 plus or minus 30 moons as small as 2.8 kilometers, 1.7 miles in diameter. They say that the size distribution of the moons is the signature of a relatively recent, few hundred miles ago, collisional events in Saturn's retrograde irregular population. Saturn's moons continue to attract the attention of curious astronomers. Their size ranges from the massive Titan, larger than the planet Mercury, and the solar system's second largest moons, to a swarm of tiny moonlets. Astronomers think that there are 1,000 more of these moonlets concealed in its ring system. There could also be hundreds more kilometer-sized objects orbiting the gas giant, waiting to be discovered. Okay, so there y'all go. Hope y'all enjoy. Now, peace.